Welcome back to another episode as usual. Today, we're taking life too seriously, honestly. And you'd be like, oh, just what do you mean taking life too seriously? But have you actually unintentionally made yourself mad over something small? Just that kind of stuff. Making yourself mad over small things. Like, I don't even know, Wordle. You ever get mad at like stuff like that? Just simple things that are not meant to be taken seriously, but we get mad at stuff. And a lot of people say, like, oh, well, it's okay to get angry if you fail. Like it's just a human emotion, just stress. Be like, I hate that I messed up in this game, or I hate that I did this stuff. Obviously, that's just common sense. But you gotta ask yourself at the bigger question, like, are we taking life a bit too seriously? And if so, how can we kind of like lighten up? What can we do to help lighten ourselves up? And we're gonna get to like this other part. Why are we taking life so seriously though? From like a young age, you're taught the focus on, being perfect, getting achievements, go to school, get these good grades, and do the right thing and do it the right way. Like, oh, well, okay. You think about that though. You were told as a kid to do things the right way. What's the right way? That's the thing we forget about. Like, just go past that. Think a little further. Why is it that, quote unquote, the right way to do things? Not always. School is a huge and the best example of this is not the right way and the way it's always been. We forget that we're taking things too seriously about that. Not the right way. What do you mean? School was a good thing. Math was a thing that stressed, I think, a lot of us out when we were kids because it was, I don't understand this. What's multiplication? What's subtraction? What's addition? But when you got past that stuff, and so sum it up, it became easy for us. But then you get told you have to do it right down this way. You have to show these things and do all this. And you're like, what? What do you mean? Like, I did this way and things change and we're being told now this way is the right way. And then you get to your parents, they say, but that's the way it's always been. We gotta stop thinking that way. Thinking the way that's the way it's always been. It doesn't mean it's the best way. All right, guys. I really hope we could they agree on that. That just because it's always been this way, it doesn't mean it's the best way. We all figure out there's better ways to do things. Have you seen, I don't know, TikTok where people show you different ways they do things? You're like, wow, that does seem easier. It's just we do that. But we gotta reflect on personal stuff, like even adulting, you got bills, jobs, responsibilities. It's easy to lose the fun and sight of things. But like, a lot of people take things too seriously about this stuff. Like, people stop laughing at fart jokes. Like, what happened? What point in your life did the humor and things just disappear? We stopped taking stuff so seriously. As myself, growing up, fart jokes are funny to people, but to some, it's like, that's not funny. That's inappropriate. That's this. They start taking the things that were fun and getting rid of them. But we get it. As teenagers, those like dumb self-deprecation jokes. We all like, that's pretty funny. Being an adulthood, it gets old. A lot of things are sprung from immaturity. Obviously, you got the kids that are immature all the time. So as an adult, that immaturity stuff that's like overplayed, it's dumb. But like fart jokes, really? We're gonna take that now? We're taking that's too seriously? That's kind of it. But the downside of being too serious is like the constant seriousness can just lead to burnout and stress, just not enjoying life. Because now some people take the fun out of stuff. I get it if you want to plan for the future and be like, hey, I want to be able to be financially stable when I'm like in my 20s and 30s. But let's be honest, guys, right now, that's not gonna really happen unless you are like a, person that sells houses. So let's go say that right there. But like you spend like hours perfecting something for, I don't know, a niche response sometimes. That's the hard part about being too serious. That you could get overly mad over the small things. Like, say you spend hours. Anyone here who has a job that works like sitting at a desk all the time, you spend an hour talking with someone in a serious email, changing stuff up, checking a schedule, and just to get a really plain response. That right there could mess your whole day up. All because of that. Just a small thing. Just a little okay. Like, you just spend so much time. They don't know. But we spend too much time trying to be too serious. To have a little fun in it. A little fun in how we respond or how we talk to people. That's the whole thing. But it's like we're all auditioning for like the most responsible, like being the most responsible person as a reward for all of us. It's not gonna be like that. It's just lighten up. But like, how do you lighten up? You could be asking me. Let me offer you some advice as someone that's chronically insane at this point of just talking to themselves to a phone in the living room walking around. Find something humor. Find humor and stuff. A lot of people don't find humor in things. That's the weird part. I can find humor in all kind of stuff. I like when there's serious situations because you gotta find the light in things. Not everything's gotta be so dark. But you'd be like, well, you gotta be serious sometimes. Yeah. But you gotta find the line, the thin line. It could be really thin for some, or bold and thick like a rebar, I don't know, steel. Just a giant thing of a line that person doesn't care whatever flows on their boat. But you gotta be thin. You gotta be like, well, is it time to joke with this person? You gotta know who's who. But like, yeah, spend time with people too. Make you laugh to know this kind of stuff. You gotta know the thin lines between people. And that's the thing we forget about. You gotta find the thin lines. Laughter is basically free therapy. If you can find fun in anything besides, as I said before in other parts of this whole episodes and stuff, hurting people. If someone falls, pretty funny. But if you kill someone, that's not pretty funny. Like, there we go. There's the little thin line. Unless they are someone that does things to other people, like, that are smaller than adults, then a meat grinder would be appropriate for them. But let's just stop ranting about that. But don't be afraid to look at a little silly sometimes. Like, we all have some fun with your friends. Like, dance. Go to a karaoke night. And unless you're like me and not socially able to sing in front of people. Or just consume videos of animals. Just have fun. Life is not supposed to be all about having a straight line. As I said about the balance thing in my other episode. You can't just balance it. But why does this matter? Why? Why does humor and lightness of every situation matter? Like, you can't be like that all the time. But not everything has to be serious. When we line things up, we connect more. We laugh more. We actually live. You feel like you're living more. And I know I've known some people in my life that took things as is, like, too seriously. I get it. Because there's events that happen in your life that make you go, this is not funny. This is not funny. This happened to me. This is this. Why are you joking about this? But then you forget that those people can forget, like, hey, that person didn't live through that stuff. They don't know that about you. You gotta realize people don't know everything about you that you don't tell. You gotta tell people. And if you tell them in an appropriate manner, say, hey, I know you don't know this, but I don't like that kind of jokes. That's it. If that person can't respect it, they're not respectable. They're not serious enough. That's where you take times to be serious. But like personal memories, like being goofy as a kid and like having fun, those are like one of my favorite memories. Because you just have fun. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do, is to have fun. Don't take life too seriously. I know a lot of people probably told you that too, and say, hey, lighten up, like, it's not that serious. And you'd be like, that is to you. At those moments, a lot of things can be serious to you. Not taking that away from you. But when it comes to like certain things that, like, instead of communicating that this is serious for you, lighten up. Say, oh, I'm sorry. Just I give experience. You gotta tell people about your experiences. And that's where it kind of comes down to. Life is serious enough already. It's okay to let go. It's okay to laugh. Just enjoy the ride, really. Now, as you know, I'm going to probably tell you, give advice, and it's really hard to do that at this point because we all live life. So this way, try to find something that's usually stressful, always stresses you out, and just humor yourself with it. Don't do it too seriously. Play a game. Don't take it seriously. Don't do the things that you usually do if you try too hard. Don't try. Just go with it. Mess around. It's okay to end games, grief, joke around, have fun. It's okay. I'm just gonna say that. It's hard to go with other things, but joke with people. Don't hurt, but joke. Now, see you next time. Hope you can think, laugh, and maybe relax or something. So, that's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoy your day, and toodaloo.